I like to say that I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just an American, and I'm just being constitutional, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not breaking any law.
Did you go to law school?
No, ma'am.
He did, you know that.
Yes, for I understand, but he's not being constitutional. That's what I'm saying.
Today we've got a wild one. A court hearing with a sovereign citizen, or at least somebody who checks every box for one while claiming he isn't. This guy is in court because he didn't have tags on his car, but instead of just dealing with that, he's doubling down with arguments straight out of a YouTube conspiracy video. Oh, and wait till you see his brilliant move to fool the judge. He claims his camera doesn't work. This guy's a total idiot, and the judge pretty much owns him in this video, so let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below. Let's go ahead and dive in here.
I'm trying to get the phone working too.
He was trying to get in on his computer, but he couldn't figure out how to make it work. And then he got this wiggly gray screen. So then there was a question of, well, does he have capabilities on his computer?
Well, now his screen's off, or so if he'd start the video again.
Mr. Abel, did you say you can use your phone? Just go ahead and come in on your phone.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone already.
I'm going to set this over in order that you appear at the courthouse next time. How's that?
Well, I have the medical condition that I've been dealing with.
All right. Well, if you can't leave your home and come to the courthouse.
I'm in the video right now. Okay, I'm in.
Richard Paul on behalf of Mr. Estrada, who appears via Zoom at a separate location in council.
And how does he wish to proceed today?
Judge, I need to withdraw from this case.
Your Honor, Mr. Estrada filed pro se, I do believe. Well, I know it was pro se filing.
Well, I do notice he's taken a number of filings in his own right without going through counsel. Mr. Estrada, you come back to my recollection, we've met in city court, correct?
Yes.
And now this is that tag and suspended license?
No,
No,
Just a tag issue, Your Honor.
Just the tag, Your Honor.
all right.
I believe Mr. Paul's requesting to withdraw based upon the essentially sovereign type citizen claim filed by Mr. Abel.
Well,
Mr. Estrada, excuse me.
And also, there's been a total breakdown in communications, Judge. He files his own motions. I cannot represent him.
he's okay. All right, Mr. Estrada, you were appointed an attorney. Apparently at one point you wanted one, or maybe we gave you one and you didn't want one.
no, that's not it.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, that's not it. He's not, Richard Paul is not seeking my interest, and I put everything in an affidavit. He's not representing me. He's actually judging me before, he's judging me before I even go into court. He's not listening to my paperwork, so he decided he doesn't want to represent me. So I still need to be represented.
Well, Mr. Paul, you're allowed to withdraw.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this the last case you have on the docket?
Until 11, Judge. I have an 11, so I'm just going to mute myself and.
That'd be fine. All right. Now, I think you are going to have the same problem with any other attorney that you had with Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, from this court's experience over the years, is a very competent, diligent attorney. Now, sometimes attorneys have to tell you their opinion of what's going to happen, and you may or may not agree with their opinion, but you do still want an attorney.
I do. I do need an attorney because I don't know how to defend myself with this court.
So this sovereign genius wants another attorney? Like, seriously? I just don't get it. His last lawyer already bailed because this guy was filing all kind of bogus motions. Stuff like claiming the court doesn't have jurisdiction because he's a free man on the land or whatever nonsense. Just classic sovereign citizen vibes. I mean, the signs are all there, just refusing to recognize the court's authority, making up laws on the spot, and just wasting everybody's time. And especially when this dude didn't want to turn on his camera in the beginning, that was kind of funny, because the judge threatened to bring him to court in person, and he instantly turned that thing back on, so that was kind of funny to me. But do you guys think he's a sovereign citizen, or is he just really bad at pretending not to be one? I personally think he is one, and he just doesn't want to admit it, but let me know.
And also, I have a thread of the communications that you can see it, and I'm not getting represented correctly. I'm sure he's a competent attorney, but I proceeded to give all my information, all my laws, and he
All of
doesn't.
your what? Your laws?
The laws, the Constitution.
Your
Okay.
Honor,
So,
Your Honor, could I say something, please? Mr. Estrada, every attorney who the court can appoint to represent you, one, I don't want to see, and I'm sure the judge is the same way, I don't want to see any kind of communication thread between yourself and Mr. Paul, because there could be confidential, well, I'm sure there's confidential and privileged information within that, and you shouldn't be disclosing that to me. That's between you and any attorney you so choose to have represent you. But I believe most attorneys, or all attorneys that the court has available to appoint to you, they are sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Kansas, and not what you filed. That's the attorneys didn't go to your law school, which is kind of what you've set forth. So that's the issue the court's talking about when you're claiming a sovereign citizen. We don't have an attorney who's, I guess, registered to under your rules and laws as you see them. So that's the problem you're going to be running into as far as the attorneys the court has to appoint to you. I said that correctly, Your Honor.
thank you, Mr. Dean.
I like to say that I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm just an American, and I'm just being constitutional, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not breaking any law.
Now he's claiming he didn't break any laws. Like, really? Here's the thing about sovereign citizens. They believe they don't need tags, licenses, or any of the normal stuff to drive because they think driving is a right and not a privilege. But here's the truth, and I'm guessing you guys already know this, but under U.S. law, driving is 100% a privilege regulated by the state. That's why you need a license and registration. It's literally the law, not some optional suggestion. These guys just love to quote random legal phrases that sound legit, but they just mean absolutely nothing in court. This dude really does need an attorney, so I don't know why he just fired his last one. But this guy has a weird approach, and honestly, I don't really know his end goal in this one. You know, he fired his attorney, but now he wants another one, so I really just don't know what this guy's trying to do here. Let me know what you guys think, but let's dive back in.
Well, sir, you said the attorney wouldn't accept your laws or follow your laws.
No, that's not what I said. I said that,
What did you say? Because I thought you said you were trying to train him on the laws, in essence.
no, I don't. I'm just presenting the law to
All right.
him, and he doesn't even read my documents that I presented, which is the law.
Did you go to law school?
No, ma'am.
He did, you know that.
Yes, I understand, but he's not being constitutional. That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't go to law school, so are you sure you know what being constitutional involves? I mean, we all can read the Constitution and understand, yes, but there's a lot involved in interpreting that. Do you understand?
I understand what you're saying, ma'am. All I'm saying is that he's using case law, not constitutional law. And he didn't see all my paperwork. He just ignored it. He just blew through it and then gave me the wrong dates. I presented all the documents, and he didn't even look at it and ignored the paperwork. Well, no, I like to address. I'd like to first, if possible, we can a motion to dismiss with the student president.
We're not going to do that today. All right, I'm going to one more time appoint you an attorney.
Your Honor, could I make a request to the court on this matter?
Sure.
This case carries a maximum sentence of 30 days. Doesn't even have an eligibility or requirement that he be provided an attorney.
Well,
I'm just
there's
saying,
potential jail time.
I would like to have if the court wants. I understand if the court wants to appoint an attorney. Absolutely, don't dispute that. That under the circumstance of the defense that's wanting to be presented, I would ask the court to appoint somebody. I get Mr. McClendon still available.
That's just what I was thinking. He's here in town.
We set this next hearing, give sufficient time, perhaps 60 days, perhaps longer, and we just have it set for a bench trial. And if he doesn't want to cooperate with that attorney, the state would be asking for the court to proceed to trial.
The judge is now about to call a new attorney to the courtroom, and honestly, this part is definitely the funniest part of the whole hearing in my opinion. You're about to see this guy's face, and you can just tell he wants no part of representing this mess. Just watch his face in this next one and let me know what you guys think about it. I honestly was laughing when I first saw this. But seriously, can you even blame him? You know, he's representing an idiot here, and this attorney and this defendant here have worked together in the past, and it didn't go well, and you can just tell by his face here. Also, let me know what you guys think about how this judge is handling this clown. I think she's doing a pretty good job, but let's go ahead and dive back in.
You pointed me to his case briefly, and then Mr. Watson and I had a discussion and figured it would be more proper for a district court case.
Will you take the appointment if I give him back to you?
I guess, Judge.
All right. So you two have already met Mr. Estrada, right? The good news was he got it dismissed for you in city court, but the bad news is for you, it's back in district court. All right, so do you agree, Mr. McClendon, that we ought to just set it for bench trial, or maybe, what do you want to
set
do?
bench trial, Judge. I'm familiar enough with the case.
Okay. He has filed some pro se motions. Okay, Missy, give me a trial date, please.
We can resolve those motions at trial, Your Honor.
Sure. January 3rd at 11. Does that work?
Yeah, it should be fine. Do you want to do that in person, or I guess on Zoom probably?
Well, generally we do them on Zoom. Now, if there's some special reason not to, I would hear the argument, but at this time I'm going to set it for Zoom.
That's fine, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. McClendon. I appreciate your willingness to do that. Mr. Estrada, I will continue. You're not on bond, but I will continue the order that you reappear for bench trial January 3rd at 11. And I trust you have Mr. McClendon's contact information and he has yours from your city appointment?
Yes.
You do? All right, thank you. If there's nothing further, we will be in recess on this matter and you are excused.
Let me know if you guys want to see the next part of his hearing, because this is getting more ridiculous by the minute. This video is already running a bit long, so I'm going to cut it here. But wow, this guy is a sovereign citizen, no doubt about it. From dodging responsibility to claiming laws don't apply to him. It's like he's working off a script they all share, and his new attorney has no idea what he just signed up for. And honestly, I don't envy him for it. It's definitely going to be a circus in his next appearance, guaranteed. In my opinion, though, the funniest part is how confident this guy is. Even though none of his arguments hold up in a real courtroom, judges hear this stuff all the time and they're just not impressed. You can just tell. Some judges do handle them a little bit better than others, and I honestly think the best way to handle them is to just mess with them and, you know, kind of just poke at them and get them out of your courtroom as quick as possible. All they're doing is just wasting the court's time, and it's just so ineffective. I genuinely have no idea why they're doing this. Like, even if you actually believe in this stuff, it's not going to help your case at all, and if you believed the courts had no jurisdiction, then just don't show up. It's really just that simple. But I'm going to wrap up this video here. If you guys enjoyed this chaos, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this hearing. Also, should I do a follow-up on this next court date? Let me know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And as always, take care.